What's good? It's Chigozy. It's Thursday, June 13th, 2019. And we're going to look at more bullshit propaganda, fake news, contrived nonsense from the federal government and see how oil prices are manipulated based on the propaganda. I've said it again and again. If you understand the world you live in, you can get ahead financially or just understand what's happening in the world with oil prices, gold, you name it, with this code. And we're going to see in this example how the date numerology is not obvious for an oil flavored propaganda event, but how you can still see the price action and understand that there's something going on. And I mean, it's really easy to, I hate to use the word easy because I'm not saying that it's easy to trade or to invest or to trade ETFs, but understanding how the propaganda is put out really does make it that much easier. Oil prices surge after tankers attacked near the Iranian coast. So, it's not a coincidence either that this propaganda is coming out Thursday, a day known for high gas prices. But that's besides the point. I mean, first off, they're updating this piece of propaganda at 9:38. The death, killing, murder number. Today's also a day with 38 numerology. So very fitting, we get 38. I don't think attack equals 38. I wanted to see the gematria for attack real quick. We do get 20 because 9, you add 9 to 11, that's 20. K is the 11th letter, you don't need to reduce it. Killing 43. But let's look at the 38. Iran equals 4224, the Saturnian numbers. And then today is 13/6. The sum of the numbers 1 through 16 gives you 136. So pointing that out as well. But today's day with 58 numerology, 31 Freemasonry 58. Again, we get that 38 numerology, 49 date numerology, Revelation 49. So it's not so obvious. We don't get the 18s, the 36s, the 27s, those gas oil numbers. You see that? So this is where you want to pay attention. So just because there's no gematria in the date numerology doesn't mean that you can't participate. I'm saying this to say maybe just based on this alone, you weren't able to anticipate this event. So you then just look at the price action, see what's happening. And that's what I did today. I mean, I did a little play on oil on UWT. And again, look how the propaganda is coming out saying oil surges 4%. I say this all the time. They say, see how they say it surged? But look, all day long, the ETF's been selling off. Oil's not been doing too good today because it surged overnight. So they give you this propaganda. The people who don't know better will just buy oil futures. They'll buy, and then just not even make profit. If you have bought this shit at market open, it just been selling off all day. But you see how it's going in waves. So the propaganda we saw, what was it? 9:38 is when they updated it last. So this one they put up the propaganda. I mean, it's just like this. While the downtrends is starting, they put out the propaganda here for it to just downtrend for the rest of the day. More so kind of a horizontal downtrend. I mean, I know that doesn't make sense, but you see it. It's like downtrending, but ever so slightly. So you can still play this pattern, not so hard. That's why 20 minutes later, I played it at 9:58. And you notice how I bought here at this bottom because I was like, okay, this is forming some sort of support at the 11:30 area. So I got in at 11:31 and I wrote it up to this. I knew this green SMA line, as I've been showing. This SMA line loves to act as either resistance or support. It's acting as a resistance because it's been trending down all day because of the fake news propaganda coming out. The hype's already down. So you know that, again, bullshit propaganda from the oil tanker attack sends the price up, but that hype dies down. The propaganda doesn't last forever. As Zachary K. Hubbard loves to say, the United States of amnesia. Always keep that in mind. That's very important. Not just America, though, around the world, but the United States of amnesia. People forget really quickly. The hype dies down. So, it's only going to, the price of oil is only going to be up so much because it's been kind of downtrending. So I got in around here, seeing also on the 5 minute chart. 5 minutes, really good time frame for looking at setups because it's a longer time frame, so they take longer to form. They're more trustworthy. And at around 9:58, I noticed, see how it's downtrending, but it's forming support. This previous 5 minute candle hit a low of about 11:20 something, 11:25. The next 5 minute candle hit a low of 11:28. So it's higher lows. So you know that your next candle you wanted to make a higher high than this, and it did. But there's some pullbacks on the 1 minute chart to get your entry a little better, so you're not getting in at the high or something. So I'm just trying to show you how this works, how you can just read the chart, see what's going on. And the main thing I didn't mention is see how it gapped up overnight. I mean, the propaganda told you that, but you can see, I saw this pre-market, how the price of oil gapped up overnight because I didn't know it was because of that fake news propaganda event, but then I saw it later on. So I hope this all makes sense. And you see it's the same thing. It's the same chart. UWT is the ETF that follows the price of oil. So you see how, again, 50.72, it gapped up overnight. See, 2 a.m. because of the propaganda. Probably, Iran, whatever happened, these Zionist Jews put it on. It gapped up, and the hype's dying down. Conveniently, when the market opens in the morning, you know what I'm saying? After everyone else gets to play, now when it's America's turn to start waking up and trading, you see the bullshit right here. And knowing that, you could have been holding DWT all day for the uptrend because that's the inverse ETF. So again, since you know that propaganda comes out, you can see the price action, see how it correlates, and act accordingly. So before I close this video, we'll look at the propaganda. I wanted to point this out too. The 27,000 ton tanker, again, gas equals 27, sun 27. Gas, oil, they're the same pattern. Oil doesn't sum to 27, but it's at 27, 18, 36, sun pattern. Gas, oil, the sun, sources of energy. These are all Saturnian rituals. That's why Japan is in this. Japan 42, Iran 42, pi 16. Today is 1/3/6. Sum of numbers 1 through 16 gives you 136. So the second tanker, the front Altair, whatever, was also attacked while sailing between the UAE and Iran, the Norwegian Maritime Agency said in a statement. So this is propaganda from the Norwegian Maritime Agency. So do you see how I was able to make a little bit of money off of propaganda from the Norwegian Maritime Agency? Do you see this? This is from them. Their propaganda caused this. And who are they? The Freemasons, the Zionist Jews, the Jesuit order is the same thing. CNN, this is their propaganda. The Japanese government, the Iranian government, they're putting this on purposefully. And again, you can use this to play off the hype. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to play things that are in play, that have volume, that have action. As a trader, you want the volatility. So again, just because you didn't predict this piece of propaganda does not mean it's over. That's why I'm saying you can profit off the propaganda. You can see how at whatever 38 they published this, it's not too late. You saw I had made a trade at 9:58. You can still be trading this right now. You saw the nice up and down, consistent pattern it was making because of the propaganda. This is the action. People are trading oil based on this bullshit from the federal government. So I'm showing you, if you're trying to find what's happening, yes, reading the news is not the worst thing. And again, you can suspect, well, what do the Zionist Jews love to do? They love to put out news too late. You really think they're going to say, oh, oil's up 4%? Tell you in the morning so you can go just buy oil futures, and then it goes up another like 4%, and then you've made a lot of money? No. Yes, can that happen sometimes? Of course. It's blackjack theory. The Freemasons, they do this all the time in Forex trading as well. The big banks, they give the dumbass traders a win every now and then to make you think that you're in control, to make you think you're winning. The price for Brent crude, the global benchmarks, surged 4.4%. So to be more precise, WTI, like WT, UWT, DWT, that's the WTI oil. And if I'm correct, Brent crude is like different, but it's all similar. It's all the same. They all go up and down with the Zionist Jew propaganda. With the sun in the back, the sunset. So I hope anyone, you know, all the options traders, I get why you trade options. And, you know, I think my strategy with this whole gematria numerology, date numerology, would be exceptional for options because if you know what's going to happen before it comes out, perfect. Look at this World War 114, 74 seconds video, Masonic 74, Jewish 74, unbelievable. Just to finish this off with a 74-second video, just to show you who's putting this on. Again, for the people that ask, how do you profit off this besides betting on sports? It's just this. I mean, this. And again, you can maybe 27 days from today, 18 days from today, mark your calendars. Find out continuations on this. Oil, by the numbers. Oil, gas, they like to do things on days with 45, 54 numerology as well. I've shown that. Yes, UWT, DWT, Gus, Drip, these ETFs, /CL, crude oil futures, light, sweet crude oil. Yeah, light and sweet for the Zionist Jews, making money off this bullshit that destroys the environment anyway. But, if you can't beat them, join them. And I'm just teaching you ways you can do it. See how, here's another important thing. And that's also why I was confident to play this today, because we saw DWT, or excuse me, UWT, which follows this. It's in a different location compared to the VWAP, the average price. But again, I follow this first. I saw where UWT was, but then at that same time at 958, see at 955. So between then and when I bought, it was in this area. I saw how it's holding above this average price at 955. And why was I confident that it was going to bounce off there? Because it's been doing it all day. And yes, it was downtrending the day before, but again, what changed? What made this pattern change from this downtrend to this gap up and go uptrend? The Zionist Jew fake news propaganda. So although the hype's dying down and you can see how CL's kind of slowly selling off, the bulls, the goy, they still think, oh yeah, but there was just the takeover attack. So oil should be, they just use this propaganda to justify. So since you know how the propaganda controls the minds of the masses, you know how it affects how people think and their psychology, you can assume that it's going to hold this level probably all day. And then they'll probably start selling off more tomorrow, or this could be a nice reversal. This could be the start to actually some good price action. This could gap up tomorrow and you start seeing oil come up again. They just put up propaganda saying that, oh, well, gas prices, go below $2 or something this summer. But now look, they'll have this now that might change the narrative. So look, it's pushing up now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you see how this works. Hope I didn't confuse anyone. But once you understand the psychology of the markets, psychology of the people, which, the people are the markets, the federal government, they manipulate this. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange, those are the Zionist Jews. These are their futures. They're trading this, they're shorting, they're doing whatever they want to do, they need to do, based on their propaganda. That's by this numerical code. Peace out.